Yo, today we're playing as Circassia, which has this insane military buff, plus 50% home defense, plus and minus 95% morale loss, which is the most insane one ever. And there's also 3 other modifiers. Negative 95% morale loss basically means you'll never lose a battle unless you have more casualties taken than your opponent, because if none of your troops are getting demoralized, it's very hard to lose a battle. So one of the things that Circassia starts with is a 20-year truce with Russia. We also have moved our interest into southern Africa because we want to go for that gold mines and stuff as soon as UK cancels their guarantee. We're going to start out with stock exchange research into ammo engine and railways. And then we're going to go for general staff to try to defeat the Russians in that war after the truce is up. We will not be taking Kuban though, because if we do, lose this military buff, and we want to keep it for as long as possible. So we're going to avoid taking the state of Kuban because that would complete it. For the start of our construction, we are going to use it to build some frigates. Oh yeah, we need to import man-o-wars from the British in order to build some frigates, but it will be very useful in that it will let us naval invade various things. And here we go, Lorenzo Marks. Obviously going to be our first war, because these guys for some reason never build a military anymore. Well, they do eventually, just not quickly enough. Now we're going to naval invade into Lorenzo Marks. Okay, the naval invasion gets in for free since they just have no units. This deficit is not big nice. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to delete half of our army. I don't see any other way that we don't go bankrupt. Yeah, I think that that's what we're gonna have to do. And then we still need to import small arms to reduce the price as well. That should help out quite a bit. I'm going to start building an arms industry and all of the required resources for it in our capital to try to make the prices go down. I just exported a bunch of grain to trigger corn laws. Now we're going to cancel all these grain trade routes. Oops, why are we looking at the Russian market? Just cancel the grain trade routes. It is time for the great invasion of Brunei. We shall split off 1 battalion and then naval invade with that, because otherwise our naval invasion is doomed to failure. Actually, we have 2 boats, so we can split off 1 extra battalion, I guess. That should be a better idea. It'll almost certainly succeed with the whopping 2 battalions, right? Oh, these don't just instant unify, even though they should be at the same place. Um, that's That's pretty stupid. Well, I guess let's just start a naval invasion. Or no, we can't because the war hasn't begun. Unfortunately, emerging decreased our organization, so we're gonna have to wait there for a while, but we will start our naval invasion. The total offense and defense at both sides should be roughly equal, but I'm hoping that our negative 95% morale loss will let us win anyways. Need to wait for our org to go up before we can see what the answer is, though. Okay, well here we go. It's a easy W. Only 98 demoralized soldiers. You can see that the great effects of the Circassian modifier carrying us to victory here. Start bolstering the liberal movement so that we can get some real clout on it. In fact, we actually should be promoting social mobility in our home states to increase literacy. And we've now gotten North Borneo, which is pretty nice. Although it is meaning we are somehow running negative money now. It's the stupid port. It's costing us too much money. It makes all the sense in the world now. We do need a port down here. We aren't invading Transvaal or Orania yet because their UK guarantee has not left. Stupid Transvaal is importing guns from us. This is really weird. It's counting this general as negative bureaucracy generation. GB requests foreign investment rights in our country. I think it's worth giving it to them. I think we'll try to join the British Empire bloc, given that they've requested that. I think it's going to be a nice thing. So we'll just request a power bloc embassy and try and get in the British bloc, because, you know, the British bloc is always pretty nice. Probably took me way too long to notice that the landowners were pressured by this movement, but we can now start passing laissez-faire. Big nice. Britain invites us to the bloc. Easy join. 20 free prestige, we'll take it. And it is time to invade Johor, because it has a new interest we can obtain, and it's territory in Right of Infamy, so therefore we need to take it. It's naval invasion time. We have a disadvantage in total offense, but I think that the fact that our troops are negative 95% morale loss might be able to carry us to victory. Okay, looks like it is not enough. a bit unfortunate. Oh, they roll camouflaged. That might have been a contributing factor, so we can try again maybe and hope for better luck. Okay, let's see this time. Yes, we're winning this time. Big nice. Easy dubs. Get laissez-faire as well. That's nice. Another free battle. Big nice. We're gonna land into Johor. Well, I guess let's go free trade next. Wait, what? UK expelled my diplomats? Huh? We're in their block. What are you doing? It is time for my next conquest target. Alsa. Oh, okay, they just gave in. This UK guarantee is being on Transvaal for a really long time, which is not exactly good. Yeah, it's really bad actually. Got some gold mines in North Borneo, which are kind of keeping our economy afloat here. After a little bit of thinking, I've finally come up with a plan. We will demand liberate Johor from the British. Not, of course, because we actually want to liberate Johor. It's because we want to back down to become a British protectorate. Wahahaha. Back down. Now we can invade Transvaal, and there's nothing Britain can do about it because you're not allowed to side against your subject. Yeah, the war is about to begin. The Great Circassian Army versus Transvaali. Of course, even though the front is only plus 22, a great military buff means that 0 soldiers get demoralized until the end of the battle, because we roll a trait that made it so we get a couple demoralized soldiers, but pretty much nobody's getting demoralized, and so we're just able to easily win all these battles. Wow, some sort of Greek uprising happened to the Ottomans. That's not very nice for the Ottomans. So of course the normal way to fight recognition wars is to fight Russia, but that isn't an option of course, because we have a 20-year starting truce with them. So instead we've got to fight the Ottomans, liberate Bulgaria, Ottoman war reparations, liberate Albania, something like that. And we're gonna disband all these smaller armies and mobilize this army as well. Make sure both armies are coming back. Essentially, the Ottomans have 0 manpower, and I think that's due to the Greek uprising. I'm going to activate some conscription decrees in our 2 home states to try to up the amount of amount of troops we have to defeat the Ottomans. I think we might need it, so it's better to be safe. So we're gonna start out with a landing into Dobruja. Oh, our navy is a million light years away. This is a bit of a mistake. We're gonna have to move our navy around a million places. But whatever. The stupid Ottomans foolishly tried to naval invade us, which is gonna result in all their troops being killed. There's some loud noises outside, but I don't think you can hear them. Anyway, we're gonna cancel our naval invasion and try to go for let's go for Albania. Let's see what happens. They've got a big amount of defense for the Balkans, but all the troops have like no manpower, so okay, well, so it doesn't go very well for us, mostly due to our rolls and stuff. I think we're gonna try to land in Basra. It's gonna require a lot of movement, but we will eventually land. Okay, we're about to land, so I'm gonna assign 4 armies so that we can push as fast as possible. I don't even know if they're gonna assign to this front or not, but we'll see. Okay, they've started to assign to the front. Will they be able to reach the front before we can reach cars or something, though? That's kind of a big deal. If we reach cars, then we can reconnect with other fronts. But if we don't, then, yep, okay, we gotta go on defense now. We should be able to hold this naval invasion for a long time, though, because of our, what's it called? Minus 65% provinces lost. The one disadvantage of that negative 95% morale loss is that now that we are on the disadvantage in this front, we are going to get destroyed in terms of our army levels. We're about to get into the Ottoman capital. It definitely hasn't, this definitely isn't the millionth time I've done this, and all the other times I forget to defend this HQ and they just land me because they arrive before I can get back in time. This time we're going to defend the HQ so that that doesn't happen. I know, very real sentence. Sacred Union. Yes, we love opposition interest group approval. Okay, yep, the naval invasion is coming in, but it's getting destroyed now that we have a little bit of defense. Almost all my troops are dead. Okay, well, that's not good. I guess we're gonna retreat from this naval invasion and try to wait a little bit longer. I've just realized we have to get to 50 relations with a great power, so we're gonna start working on getting to 50 relations with the GP, and we're just gonna stay in the war till that happens, I guess, because There isn't really much we gain out of ending the war until we can get to 50 relations with a great power to actually get recognition. They keep just trying new armies to naval invade us with, and all of them are getting destroyed. We're swapping our government up to this, and then we're gonna start passing religious schools, because we want to make our literacy go up to get more qualifications for our army. Since we're out of infamy, we're gonna go conquer Orania. I know it says the British will join, but they can't since we're a subject. Easy conquest of Orania. So because the British hate us, we are required to request support regime here in order to stop them from reducing our autonomy. Past religious schools, which is big nice. We can go up to level 2 on education. That'll help out our literacy quite a lot. Gotta love these insta-kill battles. Like this battle was over in 3 days because they have one offense. We'll grant the French investment rights as well. If they build in us, that'll help dilute British control over our economy. It is time for the naval invasion into Dogu, Turkey. Let's go. Come on. We must get our landing in. Yes, we do indeed succeed. Okay. Now we must redirect some forces into this naval invasion so that it can survive till we get to 50 relations with the French. So yeah, we're just kind of holding with a slight disadvantage on the front, but now we're about to be at 50 relations with the French, so we can send a full peace deal, pose, and we get the Circassian French Treaty of Commerce and Navigation, which makes Circassia a recognized power. Oh yeah, now that we're recognized, we can take new lands. Maybe we should go for Harar first. This seems like a decent piece of land to take, maybe. Um, yeah, sure. I mean, there's probably much better places, but I'm just gonna take Harar. This is probably kind of stupid, but it doesn't matter too much, There's only 8 infamy. Easy push into Harar, the greatest enemy that we've ever fought, except for all the greater enemies. We're gonna conquer this state from Saidamo, because it's literally 0 infamy. The reason it's 0 infamy is because it is. Wait, what do these guys rank? They're unrecognized power, so that's minus 50%. Then it's minus 50% from this being unincorporated, and then since we're only a minor power, it's plus 0%, so that's minus 100%. Those modifiers are applied additively. We could also just conquer the rest, I guess. We might as well. We're gonna try to utilize the fact that our leader is a abolitionist. We're gonna exile this Lemma, put them back in government. We want to ideally get the intelligentsia in government. Is that possible? Let's see. Maybe we kick the devout out. No, maybe we kick the landowners out. Something like this could work. Maybe we could get the PB as well. No. We can do a 49 legitimacy intelligentsia including government and then start banning slavery. We're getting a pro-slavery civil war. It has quite a few units, so I'd be pretty scared of it if it weren't for the fact that we have a British overlord, which should save us from the civil war. The Armenians, they're uprising against Ottoman aggression, except it's not going to work because the USA is not, that's not the USA flag. I thought that was the USA flag, but it's still not going to work out for them, I'm pretty sure. We're swapping up our gold mines to condensing engine pump and all of our mines to that because we are in the British market, so we have perfect access to all these goods. And here goes the Civil War. Pro-slavery movement gonna incorporate these states for us, which I mean, it's kind of a good thing and it's kind of a bad thing. I don't really know how to value it. We're out of infamy, so maybe we just go for a conquer on someone. Who do we want to conquer? Oh, I didn't realize it was taking our Malaysian stuff as well. Okay, I've decided our next war is going to be against Dahomey, so we can start getting into this large portion of Africa. It has only 80 army power projection, so we should be able to land even with just 3 boats. Maybe we'll need a couple more boats, but we should be able to easily make just a couple more boats. Get this event, the Parliament of Independence. I think we'll click the top option here. Plus 30% recovery rate is pretty good. The Civil War is almost over. Let's start. Oh, well, we'll wait till the Civil War is over, and then we'll try to reorganize our army. And we're also going to need to build so much bureaucracy to solve this slight bureaucracy deficit. It will get better, but it's still going to be pretty bad. I'm just going to disband a bunch of these armies and hope we get some decent armies to form up. So we get this army as our conscript army. No, that's getting disbanded. This army with the irregulars. Why are there so many? What do you mean plus 7? But That doesn't make any sense. Um, okay, well, we'll just disband you as well then. And we'll just go out of you, grab like 3 skirmishers, and that'll be our naval invasion army. Something like you, and then start a naval invasion into Dahomey. Kuban is rightfully Circassian. No, that's fake news, but we do want to take an anti-Russian association. Because, if we take Kuban, then we lose our military buff, so how could we possibly defeat Russia after that? Ashanti is next to die. Go for a quick little conquer on you. We need to wait for our interest dip here for the other one. Why are there so many Lancers? I don't get how we've gotten so many Lancers. Split 4 of you off. Jo- Okay, let's just ban like you or something. Okay, now you've got 5 guys that we can send 5 Lancers into or something. No, you already have Lancers. You can send like 3 Lancers over there though. These fools attacked us! Like fools, no reasonable person would attack me. I forgot to add the extra conquer. Or no, I didn't. Never mind. Anyway, we get a free push on Ashanti. You gotta love this perfectly made revolution system where the labor movement gets all its support back the second the rev is over. That's not supposed to happen, I'm pretty sure. It is time for the conquest of Georgia! Mwahahaha! No, don't return Kuban. Yeah, let's just add that and war reps. Let's see how good we can do against Russia. Maybe just a test. I don't know how it will go, but I have good hopes. One can dream that the war will be successful. Surprisingly, Britain is actually willing to support us, which makes things well infinitely easier. Because that means we'd have to give them an obligation, but I think we do it. We need more war goals for that to be worth it, though. Let's conquer Russian North Caucasus and conquer Dagestan, and that should cut them off from all their other stuff. And then we can sway in Great Britain for an obligation, um, and we should be able to win, hopefully. The hope is that Great Britain can do a naval invasion or something while we hold in our little area. So far, we're winning all the battles, but you gotta remember that the problem is gonna be that our soldiers die and then we can't recover. That's gonna be a bit of a thing we gotta worry about. But, for now, things are looking kind of fine. Let's swap all these up to general training. No, that's the wrong way. Yeah, okay, so now we just need to hope that the front doesn't go too badly for us, because for now we're still winning. There is also the concern that more and more of the troops being here are from the UK and stuff, which are troops that will not really benefit our defense as much per negative, because our troops have that plus 50% home defense, which makes them absolutely insane. The front is turning positive advantage for us. That's insane. Our 0 morale lost troops are probably joining these battles. I mean, slightly. Actually, not as much as I expected, but they're helping out a little bit probably. Um, well, this is pretty interesting. We've pushed through to Georgia. Oh, and the Russian North Caucasus. We're easily defeating the Russians, seemingly. They're just not really doing too much. They have a solid 7,500 army power production, but they have a lot of it dedicated to defending against naval invasions. Belgium has capitulated out of the war, which is making things look less good for us. Oh, we just captured Dagestan. Okay, well, never mind. It doesn't matter. Russia's gonna capitulate now. Assuming that UK doesn't accept a stupid peace deal, but they shouldn't. And with that, the war with Russia is over. Tiflis, North Caucasus, and Dagestan are now all ours, and this stuff is cut off from the Russian market, so it's quite possible that it will get a revolution or something. Oh, and they have to pay us war reps, which means they should be significantly weaker in the next war. Okay, we have to go down a tax level to pass slavery band here. Great, we get a new pro-slavery revolt that's gotten to 100%. That's really annoying. This time it takes Kuban. That's super annoying, but we still have the UK on our side, so we should be able to win. Should be is the key word there. Doesn't mean we will actually be able to win, 'cause the UK could just abandon us if they want, but we'll just hope that they don't. Yeah, it looks like they're sending stuff. Yeah, with the UK's support, we are going to make it into Kuban, since these guys do not have the honor before life journal entry, so they're much weaker than us. Okay, here we go. The Circassian revolt is over again. Please don't give me another Circassian revolt, that would be really nice if you could just, not, Gotta love the entirety of the Ottoman Empire, or not the entirety, but a ton of the Ottoman Empire being cut off from their market. The British gave us their own market for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I guess they just wanted us to start struggle with negative 1,000 convoys so that we can feel thankful for their market. Okay, we finally banned slavery. Um, so next we're gonna go for cultural exclusion, I guess. That seems like a good law to pass. We've got a Scottish cultural community here, so we're getting a couple of migrants from Lancashire and Highlands. This is certainly one of the German unification wars of all time. Why do they own Moravia? That's certainly an interesting war goal for the Brothers' War. Russia's attacking the Caucasian imamate, except that they don't have a way to get over here, so they're just gonna get occupied, and this is an incorporated state, so they're gonna have to pay war reps. We have way, way too many Lancers. I have no clue why we have so many Lancers. Oh, they're all from Ethiopia. I have no clue why the British have decided they want to conquer China. Usually the AI is meant to not do this unless a state in China was conquered by the player. So I don't know why this has happened. It's not like they revved and this stopped being a treaty port. And their Caucasian imamate goes, occupying the south here. And in just a second, that's going to be all of Russian cars occupied, which is going to start ticking war reps. Finally defeating Borgu. That took a while. Oh, it's because Benin was supporting them. Oh, and I forgot to take their other state. Oops. The Russian debt. It's so over for Russia. They're just having to pay me war reps, and they're gonna have to pay the Caucasians war reps. It's so Jover. Oh yeah, they're down to a standing army of 126 battalions. I'm gonna end my alliance with the Caucasian imamate because I do want to conquer them eventually. Oh, Russia's nearly on laissez-faire. That's gonna be a big problem. I tried fighting Russia at this point, but it just wasn't doable. So we're gonna need to prepare more before we fight Russia. So let's find something to spend our infamy on. Is our truce with Caucasian imamate almost up? I guess the problem with invading Caucasian imamate is it would reduce how much war reps Russia has to pay, so we don't want to do that. Um, let's just invade Zulu, I guess. That seems like a fairly okay expansion spot. 2 versus 18, the power of irregulars has truly never been challenged more than that. The armed forces are marginalized? Okay, Zulu has been taken out. We are in a huge bureaucracy deficit for some reason, though. Why are we? I don't actually know what has happened. Were we always in this big of a bureaucracy deficit? Maybe it's just the Russian war reps that ran out. Oh, well, apparently this is on simple org, so that would explain it. Why is that? Why are these all on simple org? Okay, well, not all, but you build a couple more to fix that. Russia's losing debt because of stupid laissez-faire, letting them privatize everything. It's too overpowered. Cultural exclusion is big nice. Now we really want to start going for prop tax, I think. Or per capita is actually more money. Maybe we just go for per capita. It's gonna be easier to pass probably. Yeah, let's just do this and go per capita. Let's do that. It is time for a worthy opponent. Conquer East House of Land. Conquer Sokoto Outer House of Land. Conquer House of Land. Primary Sokoto War reparations. Mobilize the battalions. It's over for you, Sokoto. But don't give up while you still can, because that would be bad for me. My foolish troops were foolishly attacking. How could they do this? No, defend. You must use your Circassian advantage on the defense to carry the war. Also, you need to mobilize more troops and put them on the front. Yeah, now that they're on the offense, they're getting crushed. And another battle that they get crushed in, because this time we have even more of our troops here. They get a solid like 7k casualties. That's pretty bad. Now the push shall begin. A rapid advance. Easy push. Another easy push. The final battle for the capital of Sokoto. And it's so over, Sokoto bros. Given while you still can. Even though it doesn't matter when you give in at this point. Still given just so I can have more stuff right now, okay? Well, here's our piece. That gave us a ton of bureaucracy seemingly. So we can maybe start incorporating more stuff if we want. I don't really know what there is to incorporate that would be that good though. We don't have any more 5-year incorporations. This is very frustrating. I accidentally played the next like 12 years on debug modes and I have to redo them. We're gonna slot in the gold company here. Let's look at the rest of the companies. Yeah, the gold company looks like a good choice. Passing per capita tax massively fixes our economy. It solves basically all problems in the world. So we're gonna use all that per capita tax money to build a better military to invade Russia with. The best military, some could say. The greatest military of them all. Such a great military. We're gonna delete a little bit of construction because this is too much to afford, I think, but we should be able to keep quite a lot while still um, staying with a decent budget. Something like this, I think. Well, 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 Russia. We have to declare on Russia right now, or roughly right now, because otherwise UK is going to enforce military access into this war, giving us a truce with Russia, which would be so annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to conquer Astrakhan as well, and Stavropol. That'll get us up there. Then we'll also take some Russian war reps, and then we can conquer Azerbaijan, I guess. Sure, this seems like reasonably decent war goals. Then we'll start grabbing some conscripts to raise here and try and win against the evil Russian Empire. Hopefully they'll be distracted with the British War and not be able to put too much on us. You know, that would be ideal, but maybe not reality. India's going for a naval invasion into the Russian capital. Big nice. Britain offers us support. We're gonna accept it, 'cause I'm scared, and I tried fighting this war without Britain, and I lost. So we're gonna try it again with Britain on our side this time. Also, we're gonna enlistment efforts in Tiflis, Transvaal, Versat, and that should hopefully get us quite a bit more conscripts to raise, which, you know, should help out quite significantly. Promote this general. Okay, battles are starting to roll in, and we're winning, and we're even winning on the attack as well. 40 advantage already. That's pretty good. Okay, okay. UK is trying to make some pushes. Nice. I don't think we should be pushing though, so maybe we should take some conscripts off the front just to make the AI less wanting to push for us and more wanting to push for them. That seems like a decent idea. What do you mean this is a Russian offensive into Stavropol led by British troops? That doesn't make any sense. That's all these battles are not logical. Okay. Somehow we have a 40 advantage. Okay, I guess we'll take advantage of the 40 advantage. Let's go. Push, push, push. 56 advantage. Easy dubs. Gotta love the infinite battles that claim to be a defensive battle for us when it's actually a defensive battle for Russia. It's so over, Russia. It's so over for Russia. We just need to occupy the south here in order to enforce. Oh wait, no. Oh, never mind. I forgot our war goals. We have the stupid British war goal that we had to get, but it's about to be occupied actually. Of course, our army decides to just go some random direction. Okay, the war is almost over. Just the. Yep, here we go. Okay, it is time. Of course, they send a piece that doesn't give us Baku for some reason. That's great. We love it. It's super cheap to conquer these states from the Caucasian Imamate because they're homelands from an unrecognized power. So we're gonna take them real quick. Now, ideally, we'd get some sort of national movement that appears down here that separates, but I don't know how likely that is to actually happen. Bit weird that the front looks like it's all the way around when Dagestan isn't completely owned by us and we don't own this one at all. I guess it must just be due to split states, right? Oh, well that would explain why it's happened, because Russia declared the war too. Okay, let's end this before Russia's war starts, just to ensure that we actually enforce, rather than Russia enforcing. That would be really stupid if Russia enforces instead of us. Come on, enforce, enforce. Quickly, please. Yes, we get it, okay. We have more army power protection than Russia? Barely, but yeah. You know, it would only take one, two, three states to cut Russia off from the east. How does this sound? Unlocked breech loading artillery, which means shrapnel, which is going to be super useful for our next wars against Russia. It's going to be such a free wars with shrapnel. I thought we already got this event. What? Huh? Why did we get it again? Doesn't make any sense. Plus 100% conscriptable battalions is nice, I guess, though. We shall invade Russia. let's see, what do we want to wargle? We'll wargle Armenia as our primary demand. And we're going to add in a bunch of various conquests here on all of the stuff that we want. Kalmykia, return Kuban, and looks like we're just missing Dagestan, if I saw that correctly. Dagestan, yep, there it is. So we don't want to call in Russia, or we don't want to call in Britain if possible, because Britain is going to be super annoying and peace out early to give away one of these two states in exchange for piecing out, which makes absolutely no logical sense, of course, but it makes sense to the AI, because the AI doesn't have logic. I forgot to add war reps. We're adding war reps. Anyways, we're gonna try to push down here as much as possible, and we're just gonna try to hold on the western front, or the northwestern front, because that front doesn't actually really matter. Of course, the reason it doesn't really matter is because we can simply naval invade into Kuban with great fleet we've got here, and they're not going to defend it, I'm pretty sure. See, though, maybe they... Oh, they actually... No, oh, yes, they do. The Egyptians defend it. Um, let's just, troll the Egyptians with a good old landing of Crete, you know, you gotta give them a little troll. We're gonna take away all the conscripts here, and I don't know, let's take away like 10 shrapnel, create that as an army, and this is going to go over to the Eastern Front and start helping them push, because we need it. We need to push on on this Eastern Front here, or else things are going to, well, the war is just not gonna end, and that would not be good, you know, that would be pretty bad. I guess we should turn up military wages. Those are always pretty nice to have up. Looks like we can just land Egypt, which I mean, you know, that might be useful. Looks like the Russians might actually just let me land in St. Petersburg, which would certainly be one of the strategies in the world to do that. We've landed in St. Petersburg, but that landing might get cut off, so we're just going to try to push into Kalmykia, because if we get into this state, then we will be able to enforce anyway. Or not actually, but almost. We can almost just send a peace actually here. How much occupation do we have here? 100% still. Okay, we're golden then. It's Jover for Russia. They're not gonna take back their capital in time. And just one more week until they are dead. Okay. Great Circassia rises once again. We get this useless modifier, or this actually incredible modifier, plus 5% throughput forever. Well, that's the end of the video, so goodbye.